Yeah. Welcome back to the channel. Tune Reacts. We in here, man. Shout out to the family, man. Yeah, man. How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying? We drinking smoothies, you know what I mean? Early with it. You know what I'm saying? We about to watch Shaba Ali talking about loneliness and all that with the black woman. I see y'all like videos
One of the greatest threats to
about
black women
this.
is loneliness.
Yeah.
Right? Can you elaborate on that?
Y'all hit that like
Well,
button, man.
once
Hit the
again, you
subscribe button.
paraphrasing me, but yes.
Paraphrase it.
Because, I tell you, I have to say that.
Paraphrase
Because people go around saying I said all kind of things, and
you
I
didn't
didn't
say
say
it. I
that, but it
understand
was
that.
something similar to that, okay?
Don't
Because
paraphrase me.
we can survive without a man. We do, all the time, all over the country, for years. We can survive without sexual intimacy. We can survive. We can make it, all right? But we're not satisfied, okay? I'm not going to say happy, because the word happy is not in the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, so it can't be that
Man, real.
important. They've made it important to us because we spend money for happiness, all right? And we think it's
I don't see nothing about
everybody
having.
pick out what they want to have happiness, all right? But as I said, peace is the number one thing that creates happiness and allows all of the other things to grow and happen. But
Go hit that like
we're
button,
very
man. Hit
lonely
that
because
subscribe
of our
button, man.
men being so discouraged right now. Okay, some of our best brothers are in prison. Okay, they get a different education there, and we are struggling, of course, with the mental health issues that has been forced on you by living in a hostile environment your entire life. Okay, a personal rejection is that's hard to handle over the years. Many of you have been rejected by your father. Some of you have been rejected even by your mother and the entire society. That's very hard, and we don't consider that. Now, I know right now it looks like we're having a harder time, but we ain't never had as hard a time as you because the enemy has always tried to take your place and make you look inadequate by giving us everything we need for us and our children to survive. So I looked at the television the other night, and that new guy, that Swarmer Harmon, whatever his name is, that's running in the election, a Republican, he said that many of our women keep the man out of the home so that we can get certain benefits. I'm paraphrasing him, but that's what he said. And that is such a great lie. It was the white man's idea to put y'all out of the house. That wasn't our idea. We tried to keep you in there. We would hide you under the bed, in the closet, anywhere. We weren't trying to separate from you. Plus, if you got a whole project area with a lot of women and children, where do they think them children came from? Okay, there's some men in and out there some kind of way. So, this is a lie that they're perpetrating. Now they're going to turn it back on us. This is how it's done. All right. The entire objective is to keep you and me apart. Whatever the risk is, whatever the cost is, they would rather deal with that than allow us to get together. When I was young, they used to say that mafia stood for Mothers and Fathers in Association. I don't know if that's true, but it makes sense. All right? Because you can always do better with a helpmate. You can do better with peace. All right? That's the greatest inspiration. All right? I know how it affects myself as I've written books over the.
Let me tell you why the law of attraction does not work for most people. Now, to manifest anything, you must ask and then receive, right? But let's face it,
over the years, I couldn't do them if anything else was going on. If I was waiting to pay my taxes, or if I had to go to a doctor appointment or something at the school, I could not do anything until completely everything was out of my head, everything calmed down where I was at peace, and then the ideas could come in. And creativity is like that. As I said, I know that it's like that because it just come into you, and then you have to get it out of you, no matter what it is. We are creative like that. We are just, as an example, the white art museums. There's nothing but nonsense in there. We know it's just pure silliness. That art they talk about as art makes no sense. Their paintings are all, if it'll be maybe exactly like something, Now they like that realism because then they don't have to create nothing. Just paint the apple and there it is, and it's already an apple there. But it comes up out of you. You don't have to have that kind of inspiration. If you can get cooled out, it bothers you so long until you have to get it out. This is what creativity, this is how greatness works for us. And so many of us are so talented, so great, so wonderful. And we're different. We really are. Because you can see the way many of us wear our hair, the way many of us have a certain kind of nose, the way many of us wear certain jewelry. That's all different tribes. We wasn't one tribe that came to America. And so we have those things still in us. And we try to express them, even with the long hair. And I know that's not the best thing we need to do, is to put all that different fake stuff in our hair. But who has been the model of beauty for the black woman in America? Who has been the model for hair for the black woman in America? The white woman. So we want our hair like hers. We want to mimic that. That was our model. And we don't...
even the other race.
We want to make it black colored hair. But then too, we got slews of black women who have blonde hair, who are getting skin lightness.
Mm-hmm.
The self-hate we have been
red,
taught.
purple.
You almost can't how you quantify that? Okay, and the more false stuff we have on, the more we hate ourselves. That's what that shows. You even got the brothers now getting weaves and getting braids.
Hello. See, I've been reasoning, just listening the whole time. Learning to talk, but nah, man. We'll speak on that. A lot of these brothers, like you said, putting weave in their hair, painting nails, wearing purses bigger than the hole. You know what I'm saying? Being bigger than these chicks. You know what I mean? It's really sad, man. It's like it's no role models, and that's why any great leader we have, they execute them, or they get them out the way. Because look at that's why they put these other idols out there. Saying these stars and shit that be caught up living the beast life to them. So but it's sad, man, because these children, they growing up and they seen this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the role models they look up to. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got little girls that be in the salon, 8 years old, getting fucking perms and shit. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you didn't even give her a chance. It's like it just, man, but I'm gonna do. I didn't want to add it in. Like, it's like it do be fucked up when you see this.
We
shit.
are not
like,
making the kind of progress we think we are.
What do you say to people who always say we are making progress? People would love to say that we're making progress. Race is no longer an issue. People are doing great.
What is no longer an issue?
People say race is no longer.
Oh, that's
an issue.
crazy. That's ridiculous.
I know.
Race is
I know
no
you
longer
heard that
an
one.
issue. Race is the only issue, and everything else just was lined up after that. But I have talked with people who have a similar idea that things are so much better now. Well, it depends on what kind of equation you're setting up. If you're saying that they're not coming to our door at night, pulling us out, lynching us, they don't do that as much. They still do it. They just call it the police and that it's legal. These things are still happening. As I say, we're living in a hostile environment. And a friend of mine once told me, we're trying to normalize our captivity. We're trying to act like it's okay. It's okay. I'm all right. Everything's fine. I got a job. I got an apartment. I got a car. I'm going on vacation.
You guys know how it is when you buy a new Mac. It's
Yeah.
fast at first, and then pretty soon after, it starts to slow down. That's probably because you haven't been using Clean My Mac X, which will help clean, speed up,
Nah, I mean that
optimize,
shit
and
real what she's saying, but I'm just want to add this in.
We
like,
having a family
hold on, let me hear what she's saying.
reunion. What, to celebrate your slave master's name?
Yeah, but that's another thing. When people be talking about racism and all that stuff, like, nah, she right. And it's like a lot of this shit, I agree, on a certain type of level, because, it is still going on, and they did teach us to hate ourselves, what she was, going back to what she was saying. But everything, you can't keep blaming the white man, like everything. Don't forget. You know what I'm saying? This shit started from us. You know what I'm saying? I would say us. You know what I'm saying? The black man. The black man was the main one over there. Put these motherfuckers on the ship, send them over. The black man was the original devil. You know what I'm saying? The original one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go too deep, but like I said, don't forget, before it was a white man, it was the black man. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all go do y'all research and y'all come back. You know what I'm saying?
We can't say that a
Y'all
name
leave
is
a
not
comment.
important.
I
If it
already
had
know
been
y'all got
important,
something
they
to
wouldn't have
say.
took it from us. Everything was geared to control us and turn us into a slave
Well, I'm
for
tired of
them.
hearing all that
When
racism
did you
shit,
change
nigga.
your name and how liberating was it?
My first husband, Brother Solomon, named me, and that was in 1967. He said, Shahrazad, and I turned around. Okay? He said, that's you. And as the history turned out, as we studied it, Shahrazad really means tranquility. Now, I know y'all don't think I'm tranquil, but I am. I really am. And she was the one that wrote the stories.
Mm.
Okay? And at that time, at first, I was trying to be a poet, incidentally. Okay? Because it's a good way to express you. I advise anybody that wants to do something, write some poetry, but don't try to make everybody else enjoy it. You just write it for yourself. It's the way to purge. And I sent my poetry to the messenger, to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was responsible for my career, me writing all my books and everything. I sent it to him. I was so proud. I sent him about 2 poems. He sent me, at that time, you could write to the messenger. He would answer your questions and send you a letter back.
How did that make you feel when you
I'm
responded?
sorry, y'all.
Oh, it was just
This shit good
wonderful.
as
Oh,
fuck.
I was just trembling. Of course, I can't find the letter. I was showing it to somebody about 20 years ago and it disappeared. But at any rate, he wrote me back one line in the letter. He said, Dear Sister Shahrazad, I am not concerned with poetry. That was the last poem I wrote. That was the end of that. Oh, I was so embarrassed to myself. And that's in one of our prayers. And that should be in some of all of our people's prayers. We have one line in there that says, I have been greatly unjust to myself. So when we're doing evil, when we're doing something bad, or it may look like physically that we're doing it to that person or some other organization, but you're really doing that to yourself. You don't have to believe in God, because God believes in you. Okay? And we practice certain kinds of evil in private and in public, and we make excuses for doing it, and we're just being greatly unjust to ourselves. Yeah. But back to the poetry. So I didn't write another poem, and then over the years, I decided to do other writing, and that's how I started writing books.
Nah, man, but y'all leave a comment. Y'all let me know how y'all like it, man. You already know, man. But not to go too deep on the other stuff, but like I said, who produces who? You know what I'm saying? Y'all go find that out, That's all I got to say. So when you find out that, you'll get what I'm saying, about that. But everything she was saying is real, man. They did teach us to hate ourselves and in a lot of ways, and this is all part of this, part of the system, man. But yeah, man, not to keep going on. Y'all already know, man. Y'all leave a like, y'all leave a comment, man. Y'all already know, man. Shout out to my I.F.Os, man. Y'all already know, man. We be back. Out.